Marjorie, and you're watching Ask DeadEndHipHop.
Why'd you say it like that?
Because everyone says I say ass.
You say ass.
Ass. Not ass.
Someone said that in the comment section?
Ask. I get tweeted it too.
Oh, they say you saying ass all the time?
Ass.
She does say ass.
I mean, it could be that kind of show. You're watching.
Watching ass.
Alright, so today's question comes from Naja, and her Twitter name is Naja Book, and her question is,
What she look like?
I know Nicole's a female.
She got ass?
I like that. Alright, so she goes, how do you plan or have you introduced your kids, nieces, nephews, little cousins, etc. to hip-hop? And the reason why she asked this is that she's a big hip-hop fan, but she's noticing that she can't really let her kids listen to some of the stuff she listens to, but she still wants them to be submerged into the culture. So some of you have kids and some of you don't. So how do you plan on introducing your kids to hip-hop?
I don't.
Okay.
All right, next.
I don't. All right, next. Why? Why you don't? Why? Why not, Ken?
I mean, what am I gonna play? You know, what do I have to play?
Fresh Prince.
Cookie Monster.
Yeah, I mean, getting jiggy with it, that's gonna be old and get him mocked for all the rest of his life. There's nothing out there really.
I mean, it's intellectual rap out there like that can
Well, she
educate.
says that what she has noticed that has worked is Roots, and she likes the album Undone. She says her son asked to see that.
How old is your son again?
He's 9.
Yes.
Well, see, like,
that's fine. You know what I mean? No, it's
No,
not.
it's
Nah, it's a little deep for a 9-year-old.
Not even that. There's all kinds of profanity on there. I mean, it's not like Black Thought is a clean rapper. He's not cussing.
Well, I guess it's a different.
But I mean, he's gonna hear cussing either through music
I mean,
or in the street, so it doesn't really make a difference.
It's because I listen to
I listened to that shit when I was a kid too, but
Right.
I cuss like a sailor.
Right, so I'm thinking like, well, what's the difference? But then I guess it's a different time, so I guess you want to have your kids listen to.
It's on you. So what you gonna do when you have a little,
Say,
little
look,
big head baby?
I'm gonna say, look, hey man,
Put on this Dilla.
pop on this.
It's clear so
Right,
forces.
put on this Skillmatic on for you, man. I'm gonna give you a lesson, whatever.
He gonna put the speaker
He
up
gonna-
to his
he gonna-
stomach right before he even
He
born.
gonna hear it straight out the fucking dungeons of
Straight
rap.
out the dungeons.
Don't take it back, dude.
At what age?
At like 9.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So what if you had a girl? So does it matter like the gender? Like does it matter like if it's a male or
You
female?
gonna play Luca Piano?
If it's a girl,
Raise you up the right way. That's how you drop that ass, ho.
no, if it's a girl, no, I probably won't. No.
It's a double standard, dude.
That is a double standard. That's a total double standard.
I'm all for double standards.
Well, why would you not?
I'm saying,
I don't know, man. I
Play
feel
it for your son. That doesn't make any sense.
it's different, man. It's
Why?
different. I don't know for me.
Either she's gonna hear it from you, or she's gonna hear it from somebody else.
Yeah, I'm not saying.
She gonna hear.
Yeah, I get that too. I get that too. But you know, I control what I can. You know.
But you know, the more you try to cut it off, the more she's gonna want to hear it.
Right. I understand.
It's gonna get worse. 'Cause that's how I was when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, I understand that.
You know what I mean? Not trying. Obviously, I'm not trying to take out a race. Obviously, you know.
Yeah,
when was
I
a
know
kid,
that.
You know, the more my mom was like, "Don't listen to that shit."
Right.
I'll find a way to get it.
No.
Yeah,
See, my
yeah.
parents weren't like that.
My parents wasn't really like that either. Like, well, they were like that with my sister, but with me,
Yeah,
My
they weren't
dad,
like that
he
with me.
was like that.
Mine wasn't. We had free reign. There was 2 boys, so you know.
That's why I think it's different. Yeah, it's a double standard.
I mean, I know it's a double standard.
yeah.
I don't care. Yeah, it is double standard. Like, little girl, you ain't listen to this.
So it's nothing that you think is like kid friendly out right now.
Disagree with me,
I
talking
don't
about
know.
that stuff.
I mean, there's probably stuff that's kid friendly, but I mean, I'm gonna introduce my kid to music. Period. If I'm unlucky enough to have one of these fucking things, I'm gonna introduce him to music immediately. I mean, so what? There's cursing, or you know, or there's profanity. Like I said, they're gonna hear it in music, or they're gonna hear it at school. So what difference does it fucking make? It's not, as long as you're raising the kid properly. It's not like they're gonna hear a fucking rap song and go suck a dick at school or shoot somebody.
At what age?
They're gonna be. I was hearing music the second I came out. I don't remember a time when there wasn't music in my house.
No, I'm not talking about
But-
that. I'm talking about at what age
But
when
hip
you
hop
start playing
specifically,
hip hop? Yeah.
Yeah.
they're gonna have everything. I'm not gonna. I mean, y'all know I'm not gonna fucking raise my kid just listening to hip hop. That doesn't even make any sense.
No.
Right, but we're talking about hip hop right
They're
now
gonna hear
though.
everything. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel that.
From the time they're out, they're gonna hear whatever I'm listening to.
Yeah.
If it's fucking Slayer is Slayer. If it's Luke, it's Luke. If it's Kendrick Lamar, it's Kendrick Lamar. If it's Atmosphere, fine. They're gonna hear whatever the fuck.
At what point?
At what point? They're gonna hear. I guarantee.
Like your nieces and nephews right now.
Just like me, they're gonna not remember a time when there wasn't music in the house. As long as you're raising the kid properly, it doesn't make any sense. Like, they're gonna understand how the world works. I'm not gonna fucking try to shelter my kids so that when they get outside, they're gonna be like, oh shit, what is this? What is this marijuana stuff? Oh, penises? Weird. Or vaginas? Interesting. I wonder what those do.
I don't think there will be any sheltering, but I do think, I mean, you'll be okay with your 3 or 4 year old running around the house cursing because they can't stop.
Like I said, if you raise them properly, they're not going to do that shit.
I think it's the
They
same thing.
will.
I didn't do that.
You can tell them, hey, that's a bad word, don't say that.
You know, you beat the fuck out of them, they don't do it no more.
Look, man. At the end of the day, you know, you're a parent for a reason, and as a parent, it's your responsibility to teach your child what's right and wrong, right? But in music, it's very eclectic. You have a lot of right in it. You have wrong. You have bad words, good words. You have everything that is in music, and you have to expose your children to that because you can't close them off from the world. At what age? That's up to the parent. Right. There's no right or wrong. Every child is different, so you have to take your child and be like, hey, he's not ready for this, or she's not ready, and me, I'm not gonna have a double standard. Because at the end of the day, you are a human being, and your ears aren't different if you're a boy or a girl.
Get him, Figo.
You see what I'm saying?
Damn it, that's my boy
so
right
the thing
now.
is that, you know, there's two sides of the game when you talking about the world and life. So if I have a son, I'm gonna teach him as a man, and if I have a daughter, I'm gonna teach her as much as I can to be about a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a woman, but I'm gonna do my best to be like, hey, I'm a man, and this is what I think that a woman should do. And as a parent, it is my responsibility to teach her that. Music isn't gonna do. Music can be affected. Music does affect you, but it's your job as a parent to be like, hey, this is what it is.
Rob, man, it's him.
This is what it is.
Rob, finna turn the camera
I
out.
was about to hand it to somebody, dog. So you're telling me? So you're saying you're gonna raise your son and your daughter the same way?
Mm-hmm.
The same exact way. Like you're not gonna.
Obviously, I'm not gonna, buy, basketball shorts for my
Dog, it's gonna naturally be a double standard with stuff. Like you're gonna teach your son certain things, you're gonna teach your daughter certain things.
Yeah,
you're gonna expose your son to certain things. You're gonna expose your daughter to certain things. It's like it's naturally a double standard when it comes to.
Moral standards. That's what he's saying. That's what I think he's saying. You're not gonna teach your daughter and your son different morals.
No,
morals are morals.
Exactly.
Right. And I get
Life
that.
lessons are different.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's what I'm talking about. Life lessons.
Right. I agree with you there.
Yeah.
Life lessons are different for men and women because a man's path and a woman's path is completely different. There's men and women in the world, but at the end of the day, as a parent, there's men and women in the world, nigga. But
all right, we get a little off track. Okay, so
all right, for me, wait, hold on, because I didn't really answer the question.
Okay.
So for me, I don't have any kids, but my little brothers, I taught them everything I knew about hip hop and everything that I thought was dope. I gave it to them and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Because you have to expose people to the things you like. You know what I'm saying? As well, because they're gonna formulate an opinion, either they like it or they don't, but it might open up their ear to be like, you know what, let me check this out.
At what age?
not yet, exactly.
At what age?
At what age? I don't know. I think everybody's different, and I think that's a case by case basis. You can't just quote unquote put an age. Oh, at this age you have to give them this.
No, you can put an age right now.
Well, that's you. That
I'm
means
asking you, you don't have an age.
I don't have an age. It depends on the kid.
So you think you'll be the type of parent to like curse around your kid and all that too?
I will.
I am. Like early on, I don't want him or her to catch on to that stuff. I don't want a 2-year coming around.
That, though.
What do you mean?
If you are cursing around,
No, but that's what I said. When they're
gonna
young,
catch on to it.
Yeah, when they're young, like 2 or 3, I'm gonna try to curtail as much of my cursing as possible. Because I don't want a 3-year-old running around, fuck you. I don't want that shit.
So why won't you continue to do that after they get older? Like, I mean, if you don't.
Because as a child develops,
Bullshit.
Because my mom and dad cussed around me constantly.
All the time.
And I did not cuss around them. I still don't cuss around my mother. I'm 34 years old. And so that's not true. You cannot take one kid and base the entire world on that
I'm
one
not
kid.
basing it on the entire world.
But you're saying they're gonna pick it up. You don't know that. There might
at 3 or 4, you're gonna tell me that you're not gonna have
Yes,
kids.
I didn't do it.
Okay, so you can't base what
That's
you
what I'm
done.
saying.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm
He's
saying.
disproving your whole
No, it's not.
No, it's not. He tried to apply it to me, but it's just because he didn't do it, and there are kids that are doing
Okay,
it.
but what he's saying is they are, and there are ones that aren't.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You cannot do that. You can't say that just because one kid did, they're all gonna do it. You can't
I
say
hear
because
more
one
young
kid-
kids running around cursing than I do not. And why? Because they're
At
supposed
3?
to. Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
At 3, I don't know no 3-year-old that
Me
comes
either.
around me, and I babysit all the time.
Maybe I just been in more projects than this to you guys.
Right.
But that shit is real.
It's
but just
real.
because you guys run around in the suburban and out there in the world,
Nice
and going,
try,
"Hey,
kid.
Really?
Nice try.
come on,
Really?
man."
Ken, what do I
Nice
say?
try.
No,
Nice
I'm talking
try,
about
kid.
just growing up. You
Nice
telling me
try,
you didn't hear kids, you didn't hear 3 or 4-year-olds or 5 or 6-year-olds running around cursing. Is that what you're trying to tell
Well,
me right
obviously,
now?
Ken is more black than us.
Oh, nobody's saying that. Come on,
you
what are
know,
you trying to
that,
say that,
oh,
dog?
you just do the fucking
No,
suffer
because you
part.
said,
Nice try,
well,
though,
no,
Ken.
but you the one talking
Nice
about, well, maybe you need to change your friends. So you implied that maybe where I was hanging out was probably more black than you.
That's not
You threw it on me.
That's not what I
So
implied.
I threw it back on you. Well, maybe you're right. Maybe because I was around.
Change your friends. Come on.
Right,
White
okay.
kids have fucked up ass
But-
kids too.
And I'm not saying that. What I'm saying
Oh,
is you
really?
tried. No,
Really?
you threw that card on me, and I threw it back on you.
Nice
Saying, well,
try, kid.
maybe because you're not hanging around those type of people.
When
you
I-
know. I think
What?
you guys are running around with this ideology in your head that if you sit there and sit your kid down and tell them, no, don't do that, no, don't do that, no, don't do that, they will not do it for a certain period of time. But if you continue to play that type of stuff, they're gonna come back and they're gonna continue to do it. Why? Because that's what
not
you hear.
what I'm
So
saying.
you can, no. What I'm saying is you can. Yes, we can be parents all day and sit down and teach our kids. But if I'm sitting there playing Big Three and fuck these niggas, fuck these hoes,
Okay, look,
and this is what and I turn around in the back seat and I hear no, listen, dog. And if I turn around in the back seat and that's what I'm hearing, what do I need to do? I need to turn that shit off. I don't need to say, hey, you don't need to be rapping that shit because it's bad for you. No, as a parent, maybe I need to take that out because he's not able to take that out of his life yet.
And I understand everything you just said, but the difference between parenting and teaching and saying no is a big difference. Because the thing is that in music, in hip hop, there's certain songs. I'm not saying play every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna play fuck these bitches and fuck these hoes. But you know what? You do have to explain to your kid at some point in time what the fuck a hoe is and why people say it.
Right, nobody's not saying that. Why no, I'm not saying that. Yeah.
You're saying, well, don't do this and don't do that and don't do. Yes, then your kid is going to rebel because they don't have a.
The kids will rebel.
No, that's what you just
Yeah,
said.
I get blamed for everything. So it's all
That's what you just said, Ken.
say that.
I'm just saying. Every point you're making, you're throwing it back at me like
But I don't recall
This
saying
is
that.
what happens every show. Every show.
When did I
you,
say that?
You make
Oh,
a
okay,
point,
if I said that.
counter it, and it's automatically my
But if I
fault.
say,
so I should just not say
no,
anything.
he said something. I'm saying I didn't say that. I said you said it. So
Yeah,
am I wrong?
but you're still defending the point.
No, he's
So if it's
trying.
a-
No,
if
he's
it's a-
applying
if
the
it's a
point that I
completely
said, like I
invalid
said
point,
it
then why
though.
even argue it?
Because he's applying something that I said that I didn't say. So why should I own that? I shouldn't own that.
You said the kid will rebel, and I'm telling you that if you teach your kid, teaching means.
And I'm telling you, it doesn't work that
Okay.
way. Right?
It seems a difference in opinion between people who don't have kids and who do have kids, because you guys seem to be on the same page as far as the question goes. So I guess it's just it changes when you have kids. Maybe you think differently.
I guess.
Or it depends on how you grow up.
Yeah.
Because again, if we're coming from personal experience, I wasn't sheltered. And
So-
I wasn't sheltered.
It's
I wasn't
right.
sheltered either.
But I'm saying I did not do these things that you're saying a kid will do.
Yeah.
I didn't, my brother didn't, my sister didn't, my friends didn't, my cousins didn't. Why? Because we would have got our asses whooped if we said, fuck these hoes around my mom.
Yeah, in front of
Or even around my aunts or my older cousins. We would have got our asses
And that's
whooped
parenting.
because
That's
we
parenting.
knew that was wrong. There was never a time in my life where I don't remember my dad cussing in the house.
At
What?
around what age?
There was never a time in my life that I don't remember my dad cussing in the house. You're asking me what age?
Yeah, I was talking about what age when you knew that you shouldn't be around cursing around.
I
your
never
parents.
did. I never did
It was in my brains and they were cussing around my parents. I mean, even as much as I used to hear Richard Pryor and hear you know, all these other swearing words and from movies and stuff, I knew not to say that shit in front of my mom and dad because I'd get my ass whooped. Now, will I do it amongst my friends when I'm off in the playground?
Right.
Yeah, I would do that. But if I'm around my parents, I ain't gonna be like, hey, motherfucker, something. Suck my dick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something.
But you would pick a reasonable age in which you know that you can instill these certain teachings to your kids,
You actually from
right?
the time they fucking come out, man.
There's no set age, and that's the thing I'm trying to tell you. Is like every kid is different. Like me, I grew up sheltered. You know what I'm saying? I was very sheltered when I was young. And when we went on vacation, I hung out with some older cats. I learned cussing from them. I heard my parents say it, but they weren't big on it. But every other word was nigga this, fuck that. And I picked up on it. I came back, my mama told me something, and I said, man, fuck you, bitch. That's the last time I cussed at my mama like that. Last time. That was the last time I learned. Fuck that. You can't cuss at your parents. You see what I'm saying? So for everybody, it's different. It took me getting my ass damn near handed to me. You know what I'm saying?
So at 3 or 4, would you censor the type of music that your kid listens to?
At 3 or 4, you know what I'm saying? Their brains cannot grasp everything that's happening in the world because they're 3 or 4 years old. So
you
yes.
would not expose your
I'm not exposing them to everything at a certain age.
I think
and it's all dependent on the kids.
That you want, if you won't let your kids watch certain things on TV, I do think there's certain things that you shouldn't let them listen to because it's the same thing. Like certain people won't let their kids. Like I remember having to cover my eyes. You know, if we were watching something, maybe a scary movie. Certain parts I would have to I couldn't look at. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna do that, you can't just let them listen to fuck bitches on the radio. If they can't watch it on TV, it's no difference. I don't think.
I've never understood that. I mean, again, I didn't grow up that way either. I was able to watch any fucking horror movie that was on TV that I wanted to watch. Because my mom knew I wasn't gonna watch this and go out and fucking stab somebody.
Exactly.
I think it's
Again,
more
as
so
long as-
the graphic images. Just.
But what do you think windmills? Because I think
Hold on,
growing
go
up.
back to what she was saying. Hold on. What are the graphic images gonna do to you? Give you nightmares?
It's
Big
just
deal.
maybe.
Big deal. You get over
With your
it.
kids.
It's a part of growing
I
up.
think
I
it's
mean,
Have a fucking nightmare and you get over it.
No, I'm with
Nightmares
him.
aren't gonna kill you.
I was sitting there watching Porky's and shit like that, Revenge of the Nerds, and all
So
kind of
it's the
shit
same
that
thing
had
as listening. If you're gonna listen to that kind of music,
as a kid, probably, you know, I wasn't 3 or 4, but I was probably at an age where, you know, I was able to know what's right and
I just
what's
want to
wrong.
see a difference between seeing and hearing. Like if you can watch Porky's or whatever that was,
Well, here's the thing.
but you won't.
I just think,
but you don't want your kids to listen to certain things. It's the same thing.
Basically, what I'm saying is, I think personally, that there is a certain age that and where you can start.
What's the age?
What's that age?
I mean, I think 9 is a good
I say
age.
9, 10 because my daughter's 10 now. And I
9.
feel myself being more lenient in what she can hear and listen to. I don't know. I just feel like she can understand stuff a lot more and like kind of figure stuff out on her own now. You know, so I could tell her, you know, the things that I've told her all the way up until this point and try to keep her as innocent as I possibly can. But now she's getting to an age. She's about to go to middle school after this year, so it's like you're about to be exposed to a lot of other things. So I need to go ahead and like tell you what the world is
Get in front
about.
of that, yeah.
You know, and get in front of that.
Down at night.
But you know what? The thing about it is also, if you're talking about you don't want to expose your kids to hip hop, it depends on what kind of hip hop. If you're listening to ignorant ass shit, then that's on you as a parent anyway. Why are you really listening to that stuff? I mean, if you get like enjoyment out of it, cool. But you know, if you are saying I should not be exposing my kid to this, why are you listening to it? What are you getting out of it? You know, why are you listening to fucking Baby and Birdman?
Right.
Is it the same person? My bad.
Baby and
But once I said it, it clicked. But I'm just saying, like, I don't listen to that kind of shit, so I don't think I have anything to worry about as far as exposing my kid. Now, you know, will I play shit like Necro around her or him? Yeah, if it's on in the car, I'm not gonna turn that shit off. But if she start hollering, you know, kill, 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 daddy, kill, 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 I'm gonna be like, hold time out. Like, no, this is music. This is not real life. You don't do these things. You don't repeat these things. If they don't understand that, and there's no way to get them there, like no matter what I do, if they keep doing it, okay, then I have to change my, you know, the environment that I'm raising the
kid's not ready for it.
The kid's not ready to understand. But if I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do, I don't think there's gonna be a problem. Because like I said, me and everybody that I've grown up around, they weren't sheltered like he's saying. We all grew up around fuck and shit. and ass and bitch. And we didn't do that when we were kids.
Yeah,
We had no reason to.
You're right.